The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
Heyo.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
God, all I want to talk about is the Olympics for 3 hours.
I know.
how good is it?
Susan.
You're there, Luttsy.
Oh, it was so good tonight. Was out at the rugby sevens, but just watching Jess Fox. Oh my goodness,
That's right,
that was
she
such
won.
good television. Such good television because she got her time and then relied on the others, the next 6 I think or 7 athletes to not beat that time. And they all went real close, right down to the last competitor who got missed a gate essentially, but was on target to beat her. Like, it was just brilliant to watch. Dave Colbert was commentating. It was excellent. Excellent.
Was her dad commentating too?
Yeah, so he was commentating with Colbert again, the dad, and then eventually he went, I've got to go. You know, is it Richard? Richard Fox,
Richard, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Go where?
So, go and see his daughter.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it was madness. It was such a cool thing to watch. If you get a chance, try and have a look at the replay of it.
What about, I know we'll get to the swimming, but Grace Brown?
Grace Brown in
Brown
the cycling.
Like, how good
Yeah.
was that?
That was amazing. She won by a minute and a half.
She was, it's a 32K course. She was 5.5 seconds ahead at, I think, the 12K. Yeah, 55 seconds ahead at the 22K, and then a minute and a half ahead of the field. They were all going down too. It was wet. She reckons the
Yeah.
road was oily and slippery.
Yeah, the Aussie went down, you see?
Yeah.
He's had surgery. God, we should go over everything. So much has happened over the weekend.
Ariane's about to compete in the 200 free.
Oh, wow.
The semi-final, the second semi-final. Who else have we got in
Molly
this?
O'Callaghan.
Oh, Molly, okay. So that's coming up. Should we take
Emma did quite
Yeah.
an emotional speech about an hour ago, a bit less than that. Emma McKeon. I'm not sure if you saw that. We should try and get a little bit of that off. First time I've really seen her emotional, I guess, as her career comes to an end over the next couple of days as well.
Well, she finished 6th in the 100 butterfly earlier this morning. That might have been, I think, her last ever individual swim.
Yeah,
at
it would have
Olympic
been.
Games.
Yeah. I'd like to see
Yes,
that.
correct.
I'm in love with so many of these athletes, honestly. Emma McKeon is one of them. I love her so much.
There's so many cool athletes. I'm in love with Antoine Dupont, the French rugby player who was just a magician and just handcrafted a gold medal for his team. It was just unbelievable to watch the impact he had on that gold medal match. And the crowd at the Stade de France, Ash, was just the loudest I've ever heard. It was incredible.
He's a French legend. He was a French legend already. They love him
Yeah.
even more now. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Scenes. So good.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suse O'Neill podcast.
I was listening on the way up, Suse, to the football match at the Olympics it was the Matildas up against, is it Zamibia? What's that country? What's that one?
Lucky.
You'd know, Suse. Zambia?
Was it just Zambia?
Maybe
Or Namibia?
Oh, I can't. I think it was Zambia.
Does it start with a Z?
Yeah, Lockie will know. Who were we taking on in the football? Zambia, yes. They ranked
Zambia it was.
64th in the world.
Oh, yeah. What are the Matildas ranked? I wonder.
11th, I think.
11th.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Mystery voice.
Could have been
Sorry,
10
Nick
seconds
was
ago.
in my booth.
But it was expected to be
metaphor?
a pretty easy run. Yeah. Is it?
Come on,
Doesn't
Steve.
matter.
Sorry.
Yeah. But we were down.
When did you start watching? I started
we were
watching
down
at 4-3.
We were down 5-2.
Or 4-2. 4-2 I started watching at,
Oh,
yeah.
were we down against the 96th ranked team?
Yeah.
5-2 against the 64th ranked team or something, and then we came back and won 6-5.
Oh, phew.
Phew.
Bizarre.
Yeah, all the commentators were just saying it was the most bizarre match ever.
Oh, God. And the Cockyroos were playing as well, weren't they?
I don't know. They weren't giving score updates for that.
Oh, my God. There's so much on, I can't follow it.
Have you been following any of the surfing?
Oh, no, not really. I don't know what's happened in that.
No, neither do I.
Oh, some of the footage, like I've been following it because Luke's over there covering it. He's doing a great job. They're through to some Aussies.
Tyler got
have
straight
won,
through, didn't she,
So they go
actually?
straight through to round 3, and then they have kind of a lucky losers type deal for Heat 2.
Yeah.
What happened to the one that cut his foot on the reef?
Jack Robinson. Yeah, what did happen to him?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Stitched him up. I reckon Tyler Wright's. I saw a big thing about her on the weekend. They're doing a lot of those previews of the athletes, which I'm loving. Because as Luttsy said, you get to know the athletes, then you really start going for them.
Yep.
So Tyler
Yeah,
Wright's
of course.
brother got the bronze in Japan.
Yeah.
Owen Wright.
Owen, yeah.
But Tyler is so focused. Honestly, she didn't go to the opening, I don't think, and she just really wants to win a medal at the Olympics. They're saying it's bigger than the WSL, the competition. They're ranking this
Really?
higher
Yeah.
than their actual competition.
I love it. They're
And, yeah.
so embracing it. Is it Ethan Ewing too? The
The guy from Stratty
from straight. He broke his back.
at the same break.
Yes, 9 months
year
ago.
ago.
9
Yeah.
months ago, and now
Wow.
he's back out there chasing Olympic gold.
But do you know that the Wright girl, Tyler Wright, hasn't asked her brother any advice about the Olympics, and he
Really?
won the bronze, and they interviewed him as well. And
Really?
And he was like, it was like a normal, just sibling kind of rivalry, I think, because he's like, oh, Tyler's an interesting character. I would love to give her some advice, but she hasn't asked me any. And then they interview her, and she's like, no, I'm not going to ask him any advice. This is my experience. So it's really funny watching the personalities.
Yeah, yeah. That rugby looked amazing, Luttsy.
Yeah.
It looked
Well,
absolutely incredible.
France won the men's rugby sevens gold medal against Fiji. 70,000 people stayed to front, and the crowds here are just like they break into the anthem. Like I'm announcing, like I'm at the stadium, so we're playing music and everything, but just sight unseen by themselves, somehow someone starts singing the French national anthem, and somehow 70,000 people just join in with him. And it just creates this like Colosseum kind of vibe. That's incredible how they do it. And then this Antoine Dupont, he came on as a replacement in the second half. A minute later, he had a try assist and then scored 2 tries to win him the gold medal. And the guy is just a superstar.
Yeah, well, he's their normal halfback in the 15 man.
In the 15.
Yeah, and he's put that aside. He's gone for Olympic gold, and he's
just
taken
for
it.
this,
They weren't
he's
even
got
ranked.
it.
They only got in. I'm pretty sure they only got into the tournament, Luttsy, because they're the host nation, and they've won the Olympic gold.
Talking about crowds, we should talk about the French swimmer. Won a gold medal as well.
Oh, they reckon that he could win.
Marchand.
They reckon he could win 3 or 4.
You know what he's
individual.
doing?
Yes.
He's doing individual breaststroke events and individual butterfly events. No one's ever heard of anyone mixing those two.
Wow.
Like he's doing the 200 breaststroke and the 200 fly and the 200 medley and the 400 medley. They've changed the program, the swimming program for him. It goes over 9 days because of him, because the French want him to have enough rest in between his events. And he won the 400 medley last night.
Well, he won the 400 this morning. He won the 400 medley. They've got the coolest gimmick, though. You speak about the French crowds, Luttsy, in the breaststroke leg. Which is the third leg, isn't it? The relay, just before they turn to go for home in the freestyle. In the breaststroke leg for the entire 100 metres, every time his head came up out of the water, the crowd
they cheer?
The crowd yelled. So it was just this pulsing that lasted for a full minute
cool.
as he did the 100 breaststroke. We've got to get around it, in the lead up to Brisbane.
It's almost like the crowds have had meetings before they've come because it's choreographed. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it sounded so cool.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I went up to Airlie Beach on the weekend. I went up for an Airlie Beach triathlon and ocean swim.
Yeah, I saw that.
It looked good.
It was really good. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to be negative again. Yeah. I really try not to be negative. I thought I was going to get eaten by a shark in the ocean swim because they had the ocean swim. I mean, it was. I'm sure it's fine, but just in my head now, I'm just so worried all the time. And I've been watching videos of shark attacks, which doesn't help me. But we had to swim around yachts. Like it was in where the yachts are all moored up.
In the open water?
In the open water event. So we leave the beach at Airlie Beach. We're literally through the yachts. And remember Sid Harbour, that's where the sharks are so clever that when the people put the anchors down in Sid Harbour, don't the sharks know that means it's food time?
Wow.
Or do we just make that up?
No, people, that's what they say. I swear it happens when you go fishing.
Because in boats, I'm pretty sure the sink just goes directly down to the ocean. So my point is, even if you're not throwing your rubbish overboard, like you're not meant to when you cook meals on your boat, those yachts, everything you flush down the sink just goes out, doesn't it? And so still there's food going out. So as I was going around these boats, and it was really spread out. It was most spread out.
Was it cloudy water
It was
too?
so cloudy you could not see a single thing.
Didn't you feel safer being in the mix rather than...
There was no mix.
Because you swim so far out. Yeah, see,
they're behind me.
For the rest of us, we're right in the middle of the school. What do you mean there was no...
Well, it was so spread out that I was swimming by myself. I passed Cliff right at the beginning.
You love that,
That's
don't
my
you?
husband.
Unimportant detail that needed to be said, yeah.
And then we're literally swimming by ourselves, and Cliff said the same thing. There was no one around you. When you put your head underwater, it was like you could not see 1 centimetre in front of you.
Why is that?
because it was so cloudy. Because it was on the mainland. It's on the mainland. When you
Just
go
the
to
visibility.
visibility, like in the islands. In the islands, it's clear, but in Manly Beach, and I'm swimming around these boats. Anyway, I'm here, everyone. It's fine.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. Three things everyone needs in their life. Cash.
You've just won $20,000.
Oh my God, yes! You don't know how happy you made us.
A car.
Oh my God, did I win?
It is real. You have won the car.
And
the aria goes to...
The aria goes to...
a star. And now you can win them all.
How you feeling tonight, New York City?
It's Nova's Cash, Car, and a Star.
Win $20,000 tax-free. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
And
Get excited. Hey, what's up? This is Troy Sivan. I've got a huge announcement for you.
See our very own Troy Sivan. Live in New York City. At the world-famous Madison Square Garden.
This is not a drill. Thousands of fans at Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden.
Pack your bags. It's like the best thing ever. Let's go.
Troy Sivan.
See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
It all starts now. Only on Nova. All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid.
I mean, that is a massive prize, is it not?
Wow.
Cash.
Car and a star. So the cash, we're talking $20,000 cash money.
Wow.
Yep, a brand new 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
Suzuki's. Oh my God, I love my Suzukis at the moment.
Yeah, of course you do. And a trip for two to New York City to see our very own Troy Sivan perform at Madison Square Garden. I mean, that's a bucket list moment in itself, right? Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And
massive.
A trip to New York.
Yeah.
That's worth a pretty penny.
I mean, 20
well.
grand cash as well, the car.
What's it worth all up?
A lot. I'm not sure, actually. It's a good question. I'll have to research that and let you know tomorrow. But, yeah, we're going to be giving that
They're
one
great
away.
cars too, those Suzuki Swift hybrids.
All you need to
Good
do
stuff.
to win is you can go register via the Nova Player for an additional daily entry, but to get yourself in the draw, you're just listening out for a Troy Sivan song or your cue to call. So on the show, if you hear Troy Sivan, 13 24 10, we'll chuck you in the draw, or we might just go rogue one time and just say call now. So that is happening alongside our $100,000 pay your bills. So we'll pay your bills, we'll take care of that stress, and then we'll give you a trip of a
Unreal.
lifetime and a brand new car. This is absolutely massive.
Cash, car, star.
Oh, yeah, right here on Nova. You know what? We'll do our first one on the show this morning before 9 o'clock as well. So your chance to be one of the first people in the draw for Nova's cash, car, and a star. That prize one more time, $20,000 cash, tax-free. A 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid and a trip for two to New York City to see Troy Sivan perform at Madison Square Garden.
It's like the sun's come out for it, you know, because as you started talking about it, the sun lit up all the buildings in Brisbane, plus lit up Luttsy in Paris. So it looks, I'm looking in Brisbane and Luttsy in
Look at
Paris, and it looks like you're in the same spot.
Bizarre.
Isn't it?
That's very
it's
cool.
Like the rainbows just come out.
Is it sunny there at the moment, Lutz? Is it the sun setting?
No, it's dark, but it's because it's what is it? It's 11:15 at night.
Still daylight.
But it only gets dark at like 9:30,
Yeah.
10 o'clock here, or 9:30. So yeah, but it is dark now.
Luttsy, are you having trouble just getting around Paris? You know how they say the French, they don't like it when you speak English. You need to attempt to speak French, and then they're not as rude. How do you find
Yeah.
just getting around, trying to buy whatever?
I've got to say, I've had troubles previously with that, but no, not this trip. I don't know whether people, because the Olympics are on, are being a
They
little
got their manners in.
more helpful. Like every night I have a chat with this old bloke that runs the restaurant where I go and have dinner. And he speaks broken English to me, and I have these wonderful chats where half the time I have no idea what he's talking about. We just sit there and say yes to each other and, pretend we know what each other's talking about. So, no, he's been pretty friendly, yeah.
I was there a week or so ago. I had an incident, actually, in a shop with a French person, and it wasn't my fault. It was
What happened?
It was their fault. Well, I was at a bread shop, and
A bakery?
A bakery, it's called sometimes.
I don't know if they call it bakery. Do they call it bakery over there?
Boulangerie.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh, there you go.
And I pointed at the baguette, and I said,
They're
"Could I-"
beautiful.
and I said, could I please have a breadstick?
Mate.
And I'm pointing at it,
Yeah.
and she pretended she didn't know what I was talking about, and she gave me a look of disdain. What do you mean? I'm like, can I please have a breadstick? Oh, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. The thing I'm pointing at.
Couldn't she piece it together?
She goes, you mean a baguette? Do you mean a baguette?
Oh, you dumb. You dumb. You mean
Yeah,
a baguette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Mitch, I've got an emergency button here.
Yes.
Relating to the Broncos season. Mm-hmm. Do I press it? Or we're not at that stage yet. 41-16, we lost to
I think
Canterbury.
the Dolphins losing helped the Bronx.
Well, it puts the Titans on equal points, and they play each other this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
they do
game.
too.
Yeah.
What, we've got the Titans?
Yeah, well, we're down on the Gold Coast, yeah.
Yes, okay, yeah.
But it's
41-16.
Oh,
What did it blow out at the end when they knew they couldn't win? Was it like that? That's why the score was so
16-10 at half time, yeah.
Oh.
But weren't we down 16-0 at one stage? And then we got,
Katoni.
Reece was brilliant. Reece scored a great try. Katoni scored an amazing try off a great
Little grubber behind.
from Ezra.
Yeah.
Did Ren Diggity play?
Yep.
Is that Adam Reynolds?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
Does everyone lift when they play the Broncos? Is it like in tennis playing Federer? Or,
Well, I think it's an experience for away teams. I know there was 43,000 there on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
Great atmosphere.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I brought my
Lars?
kids, the first game that they've been to.
3
Great
p.m.
atmosphere.
Saturday looked unreal on TV. The atmosphere would have been unreal.
A lot of Doggies fans.
Yeah.
A lot of Doggies
yeah.
fans. Massive, wasn't it, Mitch?
they're usually the away team supporters from that corner, like the southeast corner. They were when they scored, there was sound coming from everywhere. They packed it out.
Do you reckon now because there's no doubt it's it's the best rugby league ground
easily
in the world, Suncorp Stadium, and so it's like a treat for the players to come up. And do you reckon because they get to play here because of Magic Round now a little bit more often that maybe it's a little less intimidating than I don't know, but. What do you reckon? So what mathematically with the Bronx now, we can still make it? We just need to keep winning, or are we in a must-win?
Yeah, 2 wins outside. The 8th spot Dolphins are in 24 points, but they're in a share of a 3-way share for 24 points, and we're back on 20, and we've got a handful of rounds left. So, but we need to be winning all of them.
We've got 5 games left, don't we? And
Yeah,
6
and
rounds.
there's a bye in there, and we now don't. I mean, they say we don't leave the state, but we've got the Titans, and then we've got a game against the Dolphins, which is Suncorp. The Eels at Suncorp. We're at Townsville to take on the Cowboys. So and then the Storm is the final game of the season. But
we're not back here for a month, are we? I heard you say on Saturday.
Friday the 23rd. Yeah. So it's a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 away games and a bye before then.
Nothing.
We better not. Well, they're not in a position now to get complacent, but we've let the Titans get the better of us. I think in the last 2 times.
Yeah, well,
they've already beaten us this year, the Titans. So come on, let's go, boys.
On another note, sorry, Mitch, your hair looks beautiful today. What have you done to it? You look so different through the
shampoo.
gloves.
I mean, I shaved the mutton chops off.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It's your face.
Hey, I reckon you've shampooed. That's got that fresh shampoo fluff to it.
It was a shampoo last
You
night.
look so different, hey?
He looks sort of high school preppy.
Yes,
don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like,
Haven't zhuzhed up the hair at the moment. It's been a while since a haircut, so I shampoo, but I haven't done the morning work for it.
can I tell you something? You're prefect material, son.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
This caught my eye this morning for a number of reasons. Champagne sales slump due to lack of celebration and joy in the world. The reason it caught my eye is it's LVMH is talking about this. So Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, that company, and they're a major sponsor of the Olympics. In fact, have you seen their? So the medal presenters at the Olympics are wearing that outfit.
It's quite impressive.
What
is
actual
it?
brand is that? Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. So they're dressed in. Geez, what is the actual brand? Because that company, I've watched that documentary on Netflix. That company owns like many, 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 many different brands, like Gucci, Dior. That's the only 2 I can remember. But anyway, all these really
There's a
famous,
whole heap of them,
There's
though,
a heap
Suze,
of
isn't
them.
there?
A heap of them. They look beautiful.
And I know that even here in Paris, Suze, they've had to sort of up the security just around venues and things like that because the plate that the medals come out on is worth $800.
Yeah.
So, things that would generally just been lying around, everything's worth so much.
So much money.
Because it's all Louis Vuitton.
Right.
Louis Vuitton, yeah. Do you know
Right.
that the thing they have the medals on when they bring it out?
Yeah, the tray.
The tray. Yeah.
$800 a pop.
You know what else on a side note? They're not giving out flowers this Olympics. It's the first time I haven't seen flowers get presented with the medals.
So what's the gift?
old
We were
mate
trying to work
giving
out what
away?
the gift
The box.
is.
Yeah, the box.
It's a poster of the Olympics. It's the team. It's the Olympic poster.
What?
I know. As if you're going to want that.
You do.
What do you do with that thing?
Put it up in your dorm room with some thumbtacks.
Yeah. Anyway, I've gone off on so many
That's all right.
sidelines. Yes, but the reason this interests me is because champagne, you're only allowed to call sparkling wine champagne if it's from Champagne, which is about an hour's train ride from Paris. Because I was there just the other day when I was over there. It's so fascinating, that place. You should go there, Luttsy. There's 57 kilometres of tunnels underground where they store all the champagne there.
Oh, I saw you there.
Yeah, and champagne is always associated with celebrations. And one of the places that I went to look at, which was Veuve Clicquot, a type of champagne, the reason they really turned a corner and became successful is they took a massive gamble in the 1800s, and some war was going on that Napoleon was in. Nick, you probably know some big war. And what they thought, well, they think Napoleon's going to lose, so what we'll do is we'll ship all this champagne out to the countries that will be celebrating when they beat Napoleon as a gamble. And so Veuve Clicquot, which was the lady who was running it at the time, the widow of Clicquot, they shipped illegally all this champagne to Russia specifically and Great Britain, and then those countries defeated Napoleon and they started celebrating. And what do they want to celebrate with? Champagne. And that business took off. And that was a complete gamble. Like they had to sneak these ships through the oceans to get to Russia. So it's always...
So they were betting against their own team.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I find a bit bizarre.
What on earth?
I know, thinking that if they win, they're going to get all this... And at the time, they're going to get all these sales. Russia had banned any French products in their country because they were competing, fighting against France. And they'd banned it all. But she still, the lady, Veuve Clicquot, sent it all across. And their brand turned a corner and went crazy.
And that's what the rule, in inverted commas, is on champagne, is that it's only champagne if it comes from that region of France?
Yes, that region of France.
The Champagne region.
Champagne region.
Of France.
Yeah. Everything else is meant to be called sparkling wine. I reckon, I've got people that only drink champagne, French sparkling wine. I reckon you can't tell the difference. You can't
My
tell
mum's
me.
one of those people. She only drinks French,
Do you reckon she can tell the
Do you
difference?
reckon she can tell?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
We'll do a blind taste test.
We've done it before. I've served her stuff that wasn't French. She's like, oh, what's this?
Oh, really?
Trying to sneak some cheap stuff through, did
Yeah,
you?
a bit of yellow Glen, Mum. Enjoy that.
The Ash, Luttsy and Suze O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Okay, on the I'm Smarter Than Sue's honour board, we have 15 people who are on the Noble Dow Cup. That's 2 wins against Sue's. You get your name onto the Noble Dow Cup. If you chalk up 3 wins against Sue's, you win the Nobel Prize. And there's only 4 people that have got the Nobel Prize. Oh, sorry, 3 people. Anthony, Tiffany from Browns Plains, and Michael from Alderley.
Right.
But this morning, Luke from Shayla Park is trying to join that esteemed group, going for his 3rd consecutive victory against Suse on Smarter Than Suse. You there, mate?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
You had a win earlier in the year. That was your 2nd, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So you're one of the 15 members on the Noble Dow Cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much have you won in your previous 2 wins? Do you remember?
1,500 in total.
Oh, he knows.
1,500. Well, you've rung it at a pretty good time because we're playing for 900 right now. So they can
Yeah,
take
nice.
to 24 in total.
Wow.
Have you won on time? Have you beaten Suse on points?
No, I beat her both times on points.
Okay.
Wow. We've got a real player here.
A real player. And you're a Sparky, Luke.
I am, yeah.
You've sent yourself into some rare air here, buddy.
You're looking to become just the 4th person to win the Nobel Prize?
Nice. I'll see what I can do. See how I go.
Good luck.
Thank
Luke,
you.
out of Shayla Park, going for a slice of history. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What fable teaches slow and steady wins the race?
Tortoise in the hair.
Who won the Wimbledon men's singles title this year?
Djokovic.
What is the name of Scooby-Doo's van?
Oh, the mystery wagon.
Who was just announced to play Marvel's new villain?
Don't know.
What is 32 times 4?
128.
Stop the clock.
Well,
That's tough.
That's what we were expecting, wasn't
That's
it?
tough.
They're
hard
tough
pumping.
questions.
Yeah.
I've got a question mark. I'm going to throw it over to Noel or Nick in the adjudicator seat about question
Which one?
3. About question 3.
Yeah, I know.
With Luke,
I know.
I'm going to pass
That's
it
not
over
good enough.
to Nick if you can have
Which
a
one
look.
was that? The mystery van?
If you can have a look at that. Luke called
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Suse gets for it.
Yeah. I reckon, geez, this is going to be very, very close again today. Let's bring in the Gimp.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the soundproof booth, all the way from Mackay, Queensland, Australia, standing at 5 foot 7 inches, undisclosed weight, once held the world record of 5 correct answers in 13 seconds. Bring in the
His Rabs.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Suze,
Yeah, be present. Is that what you're going to say?
be here now.
Be here now. I'm getting distracted from... Okay, don't worry.
The Olympics?
The Olympics.
Okay.
It's the first time I've been at home watching it on TV.
Take your glasses off.
Can we put the sad music? No.
Yeah. No, we haven't got time for that now.
We're playing
Just take your glasses off.
for $900.
Oh, yes, come on.
Because then you can't see the TV. It'll just be
Very funny.
be out of focus, Buzz. 'cause
Yeah, no,
your
got it.
eyes don't work. Okay, here we go.
that up.
Come on.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What fable teaches slow and steady wins the race?
The tortoise in the hair.
Who won the Wimbledon men's singles this year?
Oh, don't know.
What is the name of Scooby-Doo's van?
The Love Shack?
Who was just announced to play Marvel's new villain?
I don't know.
What is 32 times 4?
128.
Stop the clock.
Oh, my God.
Double Tuco me.
Wow.
How hard?
Hold it all, Buzz.
Wimbledon.
Triple Tuco me.
What? That's unheard of. There's only 2 Tucos.
Luke out of Shayla Park, looking to become the 4th person to win the Nobel Prize. Let's have a look at it.
It's a Nobeler.
What fable teaches slow and steady? Yep, Suze puts the shout out to. It's like, Lockie, you're not listening when Suze says get the dumbasses on the phone. For smarter than Suze. You've gone and got, a 2-time former champion. What fable teaches slow and steady wins the race? You both said the hare and the tortoise and the hare. That is correct. It's 1-1. Who won the Wimbledon men's singles title this year? Luke said Djokovic. Sue said, I don't know. Correct answer, Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz. It's 1-1. What is the name of Scooby-Doo's van? Sue said the Love Shack. She's channeling a bit of B-52s back in 1989, Surfers Paradise Beer Garden. Ken Roof! Rusted!
Billy's Beach House, actually. I've never been to the beer garden at Surfers.
Oh, I played at the beer garden. You would have been there.
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. Luke said the mystery wagon.
Oh.
The correct answer is the mystery machine.
Fair.
Over to Noel Nick. We can't accept it. Official adjudicator.
Can't accept it. Mediocrity does not live here.
Even Luke said no, he can't
Yeah.
accept it.
No, it's got to be right. Got to be right.
It remains
Not at this
1-1.
level.
I like this book too. Who's just been announced to play Marvel's new villain? You both missed it. Robbie Downey Jr. It's 1-1. Final question. 32 times 4. You both said 128. That's correct. 2-2. Over to Buzzman for time.
I will say this. There was a split second in this. So there is a winner on time.
Oh, no.
Luke had 3 seconds. And Susie Only just had 4.
Ooh, close as anything.
Heartbreaker. Wow. Wow. What a flat way to start Monday.
Missed it by that much.
Oh, my God.
What? He'll get rewarded in the cave.
Yeah, we'll go to the
I
cave.
don't know if it will.
Oh, God, look at the cave.
Over to you, Luttsy. Good luck with this one, buddy.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what I've got.
What do you have?
I've got a Hog's Breath Cafe voucher, $100.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
So, yeah, that's fantastic.
Anything else?
I'll tell you what, I'm feeling pretty nice. I'll give you that, plus also the fine people at Hey Chica said, give some more away. They've got some more in the cave. So a $100 voucher for Hey Chica as well on Brunswick Street Mall, mate. It's a great spot there. You'll love it.
Oh, thanks.
There you go, buddy. No
devastated.
worries.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good on you, Luke.
He sounds pretty happy.
Thanks.
No, does he?
The Ash, Luttsy and Suze O'Neill podcast.
I was at a dinner last night, and there was much debate about the opening ceremony
Oh, yes. I watched most of it. I missed the first little bit.
for the Olympic Games. Yeah, okay. Well, see, Suse has seen it. Suse watched it. I've got to say, I've seen little bits of it. I didn't get up for I'm not a big ceremony guy, but
No.
I love the actual Olympics. But if you watch the opening ceremony, can you hit the phones and do a quick poll?
Oh, I like that.
Just a yeah or nah. Because it seems to be one or the other, doesn't it, Suse?
Yeah, seems to be
13,
polarising.
24, 10.
13, 24, 10. You will take a Monday morning poll.
The other point to it, I too reckon, is because everyone was looking at it thinking, Brisbane's got a river, and should we have do the river thing for the opening ceremony for 2032? And I think the feedback on that is that anyone who went to the opening ceremony in Paris didn't enjoy the experience. They paid an incredible amount of money for tickets and then only saw a very small portion of the opening ceremony, which went along 3 or 4 kilometres of river. So, I mean, from that perspective, unless in Brisbane we're going to open up and have a massive opening ceremony where it's free and we're not charging people for tickets, which I guess would make people happy, and then everyone in Brisbane could watch it. I don't think the value of that being there thing really worked. I think if it was a television event, if nothing else.
It's different in Brisbane, though, because we don't have the spectacular city like Paris does. The reason I enjoyed that on television, is I saw the whole city, every famous spot along the river there.
Yeah.
You had a detour. You went to the Louvre, you went to Arc de Triomphe, you went to all those different things. That's why I enjoyed it. I think it would work in Brisbane.
It's quirky as all hell having them come in on those boats.
That was a good part. You know why?
That looked pretty good.
Because what usually happens as an opening ceremony, isn't it? They have a bit of cultural stuff, and then all the athletes march around for hours.
And that's boring.
Hours. It's so boring.
So boring.
So
Yeah,
boring.
it is.
That was one good part. They just sort of floated them down the river.
Yeah,
However,
the athletes were earlier, I thought, and
Yes.
every single team got their moment in the. Like I watched it in a bar with a bunch of people right next to the scent, like outside the opening ceremony. But we had an absolute ball because every nation was there cheering, and you saw every team. It was every boat had its moment. Whereas I think sometimes in stadiums, if you blink, you miss it. You miss your country.
And it's impossible to sort of. You can't. The same people clapping all the time too. It just gets a bit monotonous. Did you say yeah or not for you, Suze? You're a yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why there were so many tennis players there in the. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, you started it now. What's your problem with the tennis
You said
players?
yes, but your tone said no.
Yeah. What's your problem with the tennis players? Too many tennis players?
Too many tennis players with the torch at the end. There was Nadal, there was Serena Williams, there was Maresmo. I don't know. I just feel like it was.
Are they all Olympians? They are.
Yeah, it was
just marking out to tennis too much.
It seemed like a bit, but obviously tennis is a massive
and
sport.
And Nadal's
there.
not even French.
Yeah, but apparently he got that gig of running the torch because he's won so many French Opens.
Yeah, the Roland Garros.
Yeah, I guess
type thing.
Still.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
If it was me, actually, I reckon for me, I'd bring it back more to sport. I think the cultural thing went a bit nuts in Paris, and I think particularly for Brisbane, I don't see the value of us going, oh yeah, we're going to show all our cultural What? You know what I mean? Bring it back to the athletes.
But the
French
are quirky. The French didn't they
fashion thing?
Didn't they get a menage a trois in there somehow?
There was a cross-dressing Last Supper. I mean, I just don't know where that fits into a sporting Olympic opening ceremony.
I don't know if you can fit it into it, as I say. Like I'm happy with that part of it. So you're a nah, Luttsy? Suse is a yeah?
The show busy. It was all right, but I wasn't.
No, that's a nah.
That's a no.
1-1.
Okay, I love that.
Rebecca out at Camp Hill. Yeah, nah. What do you say?
Absolutely yes, definitely yes.
Good. We're just doing a yes or no, aren't we? Jensen from Kilcoy. What do you reckon? Yes or no?
That's a no to the phone line.
Carol out of Castledine. Well, what do you
Hello.
say? What say you?
No.
Marsha from Jimboomba. Yeah. Yes or no?
It was a yes from me, part 1 and 3, not the middle bit.
What was the middle bit?
What was the middle bit?
The middle bit was on the river, like all the dancing and that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
Oh, they couldn't do a lot of it because it was wet. You know, the BMXers and the, what's it called? The skateboarders. They're floating down the river and they were going to do all that, but it was too wet.
What about
What about Gaga?
Did you see those things too? What about Gaga? Were you happy with Gaga?
With Gaga,
Yeah.
with Gaga, did you see where people were filming her live on the Sen when they were watching it, and then going to the big screens and suggesting that they didn't match, like or even suggesting that she wasn't actually there. There's all these theories
Really?
that it was filmed prior and everything like that. Yeah, all this weird stuff.
Should we take one more?
No.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Disaster at my house.
Oh, no.
The dishwasher's broken.
Um,
Can you put that music
Cliff.
on, please? The sad music.
Oh, is this first one problems? Yes.
Oh, no, it's not. It should be.
Oh.
I mean, there's only two of us at home. We probably don't really need a dishwasher. But it smells because once your dishwasher breaks and you can never use it again, there's always water in the bottom. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
And I try
I've
and
had
get
that before.
And I try and get the water out, but it keeps filling up again. And it stinks so badly. Anyway, I had a guy come over last week to try and fix it. And I found it quite embarrassing. I suppose we can keep this music. You know what caused the dishwasher to break?
You hadn't washed the plates down before you put them in the dishwasher.
That would have contributed to this because, yes, cockroaches have got into my dishwasher and eaten the motherboard and also another part of it.
What do you mean the motherboard? What's the motherboard?
Well, dishwashers are computerised now. I don't know. He was just calling it the motherboard, so I'm just repeating. But basically, cockroaches have got into my dishwasher and eaten through the wires that make it work. And do you know how embarrassing that was for me? Because I pride myself on being a super clean lady.
So what is the problem that you've got food scraps? Like I'd presume that, like if you have a bit of food on your plate, and it'd get washed down a sink, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because you're meant to be able to just put your...
You're not supposed to wash.
Yeah, you're meant to be able to just put your plates in the dishwasher.
Well,
Haven't you
that's
seen
what I mean.
those ads? They got the food on it
but I'm
still.
saying that when you put them in, and they've got food scraps on them when they're in the machine, surely that's part of the machine's job. I'm presuming that your food scraps just don't sit there for cockroaches to eat. Is what I'm saying here.
Well,
It should just wash away.
Yeah, but how often do you turn your dishwasher on? We don't turn it on every time I put a plate in there. Like it might sit there for 24 hours or even,
okay.
God
So
forbid,
that's
48
drawing
hours.
the cockroaches.
And
Okay,
then-
yeah.
and
Well,
then-
they come up through the bottom.
Well, right next to the dishwasher is the bin. I don't know where they're scurrying around.
We've
because-
got that. We've
Yeah.
got right next to our dishwashers.
Well, you better be careful
too.
about your dishwasher because apparently it's warm in your dishwasher and there's all this food, and so probably when you don't.
A happy hunting ground.
Yeah.
But what's the motherboard?
The motherboard is just the computer system that gets you. They're computerised.
And your cockroaches chewed through wire.
Yeah.
Wire. Really?
Well, yeah, the electronics. So I'm just in my head. I say wire. He didn't use the specific word wire to me. He said motherboard.
Well, motherboard would be like one of those little things you put into a computer, with all those little chips and stuff.
Yeah.
okay.
And what's
Presuming.
even more embarrassing, they sent a quote back to fix it, and the lady. So now feels like it's gossip between everyone. The lady writes back, it's a cockroach
Old
problem,
Filthy
and
O'Neill.
we definitely recommend that you get pest control. You get pest control
dear.
at your house. And I was like, oh.
It cost a fortune.
It's not the price, it's the
It's
chemical.
like Luttsy, it's like her place is like the Harbour Bridge. You know what I mean? Like,
we actually don't
They
finish
get one of
one
those.
end and it's time to go
What do you
straight.
call that? What do you call that helicopter that comes over? During a fire. Elvis.
Yeah.
They get Elvis just to
No.
dump the pesticide all over your house.
You know, we actually don't use pesticide at our house because
Yeah, Luttsy.
I remember as a kid. I don't know if anyone
Clearly,
else.
that's why you got cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
tell us your great formula you've got instead. What is it?
Go on.
Oh no, we don't do this now. We're anti-pesticide, so I haven't even seen the cockroaches because they've been living in the dishwasher. I don't think I have a cockroach problem. But when I was little, what we did.
Yes.
Did you guys do this? Like whenever we went on holidays with my parents, Mum would go, "Okay, we got to get the cockroach bombs out."
Yes.
Who did this?
We used to have those bloody things.
So yeah, you get all these cans. What? So you put all these cans around your house, and they're like cockroach bombs, and they literally are cockroach bombs. And you got to press them all to start them. And as Ash said, he did the noise for it. What was it?
Yeah. So you empty a canister of like mortine, essentially.
Or
poisonous gas
through your house, but you've got to do it all through your house. And as Ash said, because you got to. We didn't live in a house as big as we live now, but it was a fair size back when I was little.
Hi, I'm Suse O'Neill, and I didn't always live in a mountain. What, didn't your parents have a
People think I always had a west wing.
Well, I used to think it was big. So you'd have to put
But you had to get out quick is what you're saying.
You had to get out
to
quick.
make a run for
So
it.
you
She'd
didn't
have to
get
run
poisoned.
straight out of that,
Like-
past the pool, past the tennis court.
Yeah, not me, my mum, of course. It's Mum's job to let off the cockroach bait just because, Dad's back then, useless. Yeah.
Still are.
No, things have changed. And presses all the button and, runs out. But I don't do that now because I don't want to
I
get
think
poisoned.
we used to do, if we were going on holidays for 2 weeks to Coolangatta, they'd do it then. It's like, quickly, get in the car. Everyone out. And then, in theory, it'd come back and there'd just be carnage. There'd be dead cockroaches everywhere in 2 weeks' time when you came back from Coolangatta.
Exactly.
Let's just speak to Glenn. I think Glenn's got some sort of information on the cockroach situation. What's your bit, Glenn?
Yeah, good morning, guys. In my past life, I was a butcher. And, of course, in butcher shops, you have electronic scales. And the problem is that the cockroaches like to go and hibernate where it's somewhere nice and warm. So they would, be in the scales. They don't actually chew the wires. But what they do is they...
No, I've been waiting. That's the biggest tease ever, Glenn.
They actually excrete and they poo on the circuit board, and that shorts out the circuits on your motherboard.
Oh,
that's even more disgusting.
Worse.
So, as you know, cockroaches, I don't believe, have teeth, but it's a common problem. Geckos do the same thing. I've had it happen at my place with the air conditioner. So the motherboard, the geckos get in there,
but geckos...
and they excrete on the motherboard, and that shorts out the circuits. But so if you've get good appliances, they actually have a coating over them so that they can't short circuit like that, because it is a common problem in Australia.
Okay. I've got so many things to say. Firstly, geckos are a lot cleaner than cockroaches. I wouldn't have minded if they told me that geckos pooed on my dishwasher. And secondly, I do have a very good quality dishwasher.
Why do you like gecko poo better than cockroach poo, though?
Because they're cleaner. They're a cleaner animal in my mind. In my mind
too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Why do we think geckos are so cute?
I'd choose
geckos are cute and cockroaches are filthy.
Isn't it weird, though, that we think geckos are okay, but what's the difference between a gecko and a cockroach?
Well, you kill a cockroach, would you kill a gecko? You
Or
try
a
and catch
spider.
you try and catch the gecko and get it outside.
Yeah.
I do know how to kill geckos.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm inspired by the Olympians.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Like, don't you just want to get out and do great things when you watch the Olympics?
I want to be... when I watch the Olympics, it's like I want to be as fit as they are,
Yes.
but I want to be that fit now.
Oh, you don't do
I don't want
work.
to put in the 4 years of hard work
No,
or
who
whatever
does?
it is to get
Yeah.
there.
Gross.
I hope kids are watching it, Suze. I hope the kids are... This is the first time that maybe the young primary school kids are going, hang on a sec, this is coming to Brisbane in 8 years.
Enough time.
Inspiring them to stay healthy and all those sorts of things.
Luttsy, it's a daily fight with my kids, 9, 11, who are begging to stay up until 11 p.m. to start watching it.
That's great.
And they wonder
I
what
love
all
that.
weekend they're just sitting there and watching replays. And we watched before the action started last night. We watched the opening ceremony.
And you can see them, that the little minds ticking over too, and the things that interest them too.
Will the LA Olympics
that's cool.
time zone be better for us? Like in terms of watching it not so late, like with kids?
I don't know. I reckon the time's pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I reckon the time's pretty good. It's like you wake
Not
up
for
in
kids,
the...
though, is what I mean.
Oh, but no, 7 p.m. there's good sport on at night. Oh, I know your kids are staying up, but...
Oh, they're not. That's the problem.
Oh,
yeah.
When the Luttsy's Rugby 7 started a couple of days out, they were like, "Can you please wake us up at 11:30?" And I'm like,
okay, team sports.
Yeah.
So our women's rugby, they won twice today, both their matches, did they, Luttsy?
Yeah, they did. They beat South Africa 34-5, and then we beat Great Britain 36-5 in the pool matches today. So, I mean, New Zealand probably were the other ones that were a standout. I think those two stand alone. If they continue the way they are, they should meet in the final. And I mean, the Australian team were the only team that just had that, and I've mentioned this off air here before, that kind of like decoy kind of around the backline movements,
That's
like you'd
slick.
see in the NRL.
Yeah, real slick ball
a
play.
slickness and professionalism that no other real team has. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if we're not looking at them in a gold medal match in 48 hours.
Just another thought, Suse, that I had just real quick about the opening ceremony is the French flag, that Marie-José Pérec.
Yes, she did the torch.
I can't believe I never knew that she was that revered in France because she was so controversial when she was down here with Kathy. It was kind of mysterious as to how she left it, but she's obviously beloved in
France.
Home country.
Yeah, so she's a French runner, raced against Kathy Freeman. She beat Kathy in the 1996 Olympics.
Yes.
In that event. And then she came to Sydney, remember, and then she took off back home again.
She did a runner.
And I read it, literally, and I read a quote saying that she went home because she didn't want to be the sand in the machine that... what was her analogy? It was really good. That stopped the cogs of Kathy Freeman winning for Australia.
Yeah.
So she went home.
Really?
She came down. She arrived for the Olympics and then she took off before the race.
Yeah, I was surprised she was there too.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. We pay your bills.
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's $100,000 Pay Your Bills.
Yeah, paying your bills, $100,000 worth. Also, Cash, Car and a Star is back. 20k cash, a brand new Suzuki, and a trip over to New York City to see Troye Sivan live. We'll do that at 8:30 this morning.
But we're also paying your bills. Every Monday, it's your mortgage. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great way to start the week. We just step in and say, no, we'll cover it for you.
So good.
This month. And Karen from Nerang has rung in inside the 20. You got it, Karen?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
You're
I
fast.
can't believe it. Thank you.
Fast. What are you going to spend the money on instead?
Oh, no, I think I need to spend it on the mortgage. Oh, maybe a holiday. That could be good.
Yeah,
Jeez, you changed quick.
Better.
You changed quick. No, the mortgage. Oh, no, holiday.
Sway me pretty easily. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, guys. You can't imagine. I can't believe it. It's incredible.
Well, $3,250. That's your mortgage covered for a month, Karen. Well done.
Well done.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I want to give a big shout out to Emma McKeon. Swam her last individual 100-metre butterfly event, or last individual event at the Olympics this morning. It was. She was interviewed after the race. So she won 7 medals at the last Olympics.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
She's got 12 all up, I think.
Yeah, and then on
12 Olympic medals.
And then when she got a gold in the relay, she's got the most now gold medals for any Australian swimmer.
Is it 7? She got 7 now?
I thought it was 6, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
So many. But she was interviewed after her last individual race, and she's usually, she keeps it together. You don't see much emotion from Emma, but this is her talking about finishing up her...
Confirmed that these games are going to be your last Olympics, and as such, you've just completed the final race of your Olympic career in an individual event. Has the gravity of that weighed on you yet?
No, I tried not to think about too much before. Just emotional. I definitely hope that would have been better, but I know I've got a lot to be proud of. And I think it's always going to be emotional finishing something that has brought me so much joy.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? The other little bit of audio I've got from the games is, how there's heaps of celebrities over there and singers. Like Tom Cruise was at the swimming the other night, which was exciting.
I saw that.
Baz Luhrmann was at the...
Gymnastics?
Yes.
With the lady from Vogue. What's her name? I always forget her name.
Anna Wintour.
Anna Wintour.
Good get, Ash.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Oh, did you...
I like Devil's Wear Prada.
You like your fashion, don't you?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Just Serena Williams was there the other day, so I'm going off on a tangent, with her husband, and her husband was holding the umbrella over her head as a nice gentleman would. and everyone was saying he was the umbrella holder. Like they thought he was an official.
Yeah.
And did you see that?
He's a billionaire, that guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a successful businessman in his own right. But Lady Gaga's over there, and she's been. There's all this gossip going around that she's going to drop her new single. But what she did do last night, she didn't drop her new single.
You heard about this.
But she did start singing out of a car, out of the sunroof of a car, just in the street. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's from A Star Is Born.
Every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. Woo! Woo! When the sun goes down and it won't rain, I'll always remember us this way.
That's cool. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
Really? I like it all. All the celebrities.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's a bit random, isn't it? Random.
Who else was singing along?
Just sound like the crowd.
Just random.
But it was like the crowd didn't know the words to the song until the very last bit. Like they all joined in. We'll always remember it that way.
Who the hell knows the words of that song?
It's the only thing they knew.
I wouldn't know the words either.
Mm.
Oh, who would?
So she just did that on the side street.
Yeah.
She was popping out her head out of a sunroof of a limousine by the look of it. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mixing with the people.
We're going to get a video of that on our socials.
Out of her Mercedes or Rolls Royce.
Let's get that on, Nick, if you
I'll
can
give
hear
the
me.
peasants something here. I'll sing for them.
Let them eat cake.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
Right now, it is over to Mitchell James, who was out at another school this morning.
Certainly are, guys. Stafford Heights State School. Look, we've been here before. They've got history with Handball Blitz. They're one of the OGs. That's what I like to call them. And they loved handball back then. And apparently you guys still love handball right now, yes? Yeah, that's what we're feeling, yes? I mean, such is the heritage with bringing us back out here for Handball Blitz. We've been nominated, once again, I'm going to say, by the Taylor family. Good morning, Hannah, the mum. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Now, initially, we were brought out here because of your son, who's a mad handballer.
Yes, he is. Angus Taylor loves playing handball, plays in the kitchen at home,
Mm-hmm.
plays at school every other day.
Yeah, and you're just saying off there, you're looking to avoid some kitchen handball and mainly just keep it to the courts out here.
Absolutely. I would love them to move out of the kitchen and just play at school. So, this is why we invited Nova here to encourage them and encourage all of the kids to get to have fun.
And now, is there much chance of that when you've got your daughter next to us? So it's a multi-generational thing out here, guys, at Stafford Heights. So are we going to be, do you think, increasing some kitchen handball there, Maddie? What do we think?
I don't get what you mean.
That's okay. I don't get what I mean either.
Neither do we, mate.
How do you guys? Yes,
you're not alone,
shared by
sweetheart.
us. What about the rest of you guys? We play much handball at home? How much training has been going? Is it home, or what do your parents think about that? Yeah?
Pretty annoyed.
Yeah, they're pretty annoyed about that. All right, mate. So you're the Taylor OG that brought us out here. Do you clean it up at home, or is it purely you're keeping it out here at the courts at school?
Either way.
There's a little bit of confidence about you, mate. I tell you what, you should sort of sitting there. You should see the body language out here,
Bit of
guys.
swagger.
What age are you, mate? What grade are you in?
5.
Grade 5. We're hearing a lot about the grade 5s in 2024. Can anyone else here back that up? Oh, it's very quiet here, guys. I'm going to need to know
Eating out of the palm of your hand, bitch.
which grade is the most in handball here, guys. Which one's the best? Grade 5. Grade 5, grade 4. Oh, now everyone's starting to make some noises. Okay.
Now you've touched the nerve, Mitch.
This is what we've been hearing, guys. A lot of grade 3s, because the last couple of years of Handball Blitz, we've been hearing it's all the grade 5s and the grade 6s. Now we're starting to see that sort of new crop of talent starting to emerge in 2024. Guys, I mean, is that the thing? Are grade 5s and 6s going to take it out again in 2024? Or are we going to see some grade 3 action going on? What are we talking about? Yes? Yes, that's right. See, the new kids they're not even confident enough that they can talk the talk in front of all these grade 5s and grade 6s. But that's what we're out here to do, you guys. Spread the word. Handball Blitz 2024. We're nominating champions. We've only got a couple of weeks until the grand final is happening at Suncorp Stadium. Before that, you guys are going to go there and compete at the semi-finals, the northern side of the river, the south of the river. Semi-finals happening in a couple of weeks, and all on the way to finding out 2 champions that will go for the ultimate glory Friday the 23rd at Suncorp Stadium. Who's up for the biggest fight in front of a sold-out crowd at Suncorp Stadium? Yes? Yes!
We're already here at Stafford Heights, yes!
Good work, Mitch.
Well done. Doing the Lord's work there, Mitchell.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid.
How you feeling tonight, New York City?
Novas.
Win $20,000. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
And a star.
Hey, what's up? This is Troy Sivan. See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
Yeah, right now we're putting the first people in the draw for Nova's Cash Car and a Star. 20k cash, a 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid, and a trip for two to New York to see Troy Sivan at Madison Square Garden.
Well, let's rush through it. Oh, I probably know Ava. Ava from Uronga.
G'day, how you going?
Good. Just say a few more words. I'm a Uronga.
You don't know me, but I have heard of you sort of swimming in the Uronga pool and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. How good's Uronga pool? I'm heading there after the show, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's a bit cold at the moment for me. I'm a little bit of a cat when it comes to swimming in the wintertime.
Oh, the water's warm, though. It's about 29 degrees.
Is it steamy? Like,
steamy.
Is there steam coming off it?
It's very steamy.
Yeah, the 25-metre pool's a bit soupy, but the 50-metre pool's
a bit what?
Soupy.
Oh.
Soupy.
Ooh,
It's
yeah,
even
okay.
warmer. Actually, you're right. I might hop in the 25-metre pool. Anyway, we could chat all day.
You're in the draw, Ava. Well done.
Thank you.
Tony.
Now what?
Palara.
Yes.
What do you want? You want the cash, the car, or you want to go to New York? What would you take if you could only choose one?
Oh, for choose one, it has to be New York, mate. No question.
Yeah, good, is it?
Well, you don't have to choose one, Tony.
No,
You'll win
you
all
have to
three.
choose one. All three.
Get them all.
All three.
Boom.
Awesome. Excellent.
No worries. Chloe Caboolture, you're in the draw.
Hello.
Hello. Arati, North Lakes.
Hi.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. Bree, out of Bean Lee. You there, Bree?
I am.
Going
What a
once,
competition.
going
What a
twice.
comp, right,
Yeah,
Bree?
good.
Yeah. Banger.
Doesn't get much better than this.
Have you been to New York?
No, never. That would be like bucket list for real.
Jeez, I tell you what, I
So
thought you
did-
said someone else
so
there,
did
Bree.
So did I.
We thought you were really
that list
excited.
as well, you know.
No,
Yeah.
B for bucket.
Stop saying it. That's enough of Bree.
You're not
I'm nervous.
helping, Bree.
I'm nervous. One more.
Who do you reckon? Kim at Thornlands. Let's go with you. There's a big long list, but I chose you because I like you.
Oh, thank you so much, Susie. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I don't know if it's just because like my brother's over there covering the Olympics. He's in Tahiti. But geez, the vision of the surfing has got me so excited. Like, is Tahiti a country you can visit? Like, can you go there for a holiday?
Presume so.
Sure you can.
I would imagine, Luttsy, people are looking at that footage. It's going all over the world. There's a magnificent surf break going. Get me to Tahiti. Like, people go to Fiji.
Oh, I don't know if it's
Isn't
like
there like Tahiti's not Bora Bora, is it? I think it is.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Please don't bring up geography questions without notice because
Well, we're Nick's
we
not
all
near a
look so
microphone.
dumb when we
I'm
cannot
almost
answer
certain
our
Tahiti
questions.
is
It
Bora
just
Bora.
looks so spectacular.
There's definitely those overwater bungalow situations in Tahiti. If it's not Bora Bora, it's one of those like that. Anyone? Come on.
I think Chaupu is not in my mind, not a tourist destination.
No, I don't
I think
it
it's a
is
sleepy
either.
town. I thought the surfers, when they have the normal tour there, are billeted. I thought they stay with families there.
Well, the surfers in the Olympics are staying on a boat off the coast. They're all sort of, the Olympic Village is actually a big boat.
Yeah.
Would you ever, like even if it's like a small swell, would you surf that break, you reckon?
Oh, gosh. I'm not sure because if it's small, remember, it means it's closer into the reef, which means it's shallower.
Luke reckons it goes from like 80 metres to 2 metres. Yeah, would you, on a small day, would you give it a go? Yeah.
No.
Well, Bora Bora is northwest of Tahiti, just so you know, in French Polynesia.
Okay.
So it's in the same vicinity.
I don't reckon I would. It's too hard.
Yeah.
But though, after watching the skateboarding, Chaupu doesn't look so bad. The skateboarding, they're in those concrete coliseums without any helmets on. Girls and boys, put your helmet on. Put your helmet on. This is Mum here talking.
Yes.
It's too dangerous just to wear a hat.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit your head, you need a helmet on.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Smarter than Suse?
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Out of Heritage Park, Grant.
Hi, how you going?
What up?
Oh, I'm just chilling here, mate.
Nice. Been watching the games?
Yes, I have been. I got up early yesterday to watch the girls in the finals.
Nice.
That was good.
Hey, don't forget tomorrow, too, I think it's 4 p.m. Brisbane time, Matt Hauser and Luke Willian in the men's triathlon. Should be an absolute cracker. I'm told the Sen will be the
Have they
swim
cleaned it
lead.
up yet?
It will be a triathlon, I'm told. Hauser, a big chance. He's a very strong swimmer, so he wants to be in the Sen. He wants to be part of it.
Have they stopped sitting in the Sen?
I don't think they're stopped sitting in the Sen, but they still want to swim in it.
Right.
So hopefully the triathlon will go ahead.
4 p.m.
4
That's
p.m.
good
Brisbane
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 8 a.m. local Paris time.
Didn't they spend $1
make sense?
billion
Yeah.
reworking the plumbing or something so that it'll all be clean?
Yeah, all that sort of business, mate.
Come on.
I don't know.
What's your story, Grant? We said Heritage Park. Anything else? You got a wife called Susan. Susan.
Yeah, Sue, yeah, I have.
And she played Susan, beat her. Oh well, you'll never hear the end of it. If you go down,
I
mate,
know, if I don't win, I'm in trouble.
you will never hear the end of it. How much did your
that's
wife
right.
win?
I think she won about $800.
Oh, okay. Well, you're playing for 1,000.
So I'll go one up on her.
Let's do it.
Anything else interesting about Grant that you see there, Ash?
It says he's a debt collector.
Better have my money.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is this what you do, Grant? You rock up, play a bit of this?
No, it's all phone based.
Oh,
okay, sorry.
Over the phone. You should have that as your ringtone on your.
Better have my money.
Sounds good.
Better have my money.
So if Grant wins this, he'll be ringing us up trying to get this $1,000 as quickly as possible. We're good for it, Grant. We're good for it, okay?
All right.
Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What type of animal is a mullet?
Fish.
In Greek mythology, who flew too close to the sun?
Don't know.
How many colours are in a rainbow?
7.
What is the Australian national anthem?
Oh, don't know.
Spell separate.
SEPERATE.
Stop the clock.
Oh, wow. You went searching in that brain of yours then for the national anthem. Came up empty,
Yeah.
mate. That's just
God
pressure,
save the
isn't
Queen. It is.
Oh.
It's been great affair.
Better have my money.
Yeah,
Better have my money.
What did Grant have on the clock there?
2 seconds.
2 seconds left, Grant. I think you're up against it. Let's bring it again.
Give me what you want it.
I see you driving around town, this is smarter than Suse. Bring in the game. You might try your best, but you're still gonna lose. Bring in the game. Oh, if I was quicker, I might have beat her. Bring in the game. Bring in the game.
Here's Rabs.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
I'm wearing the waddles all this week to bring good luck to the Australian team. I've got them on again today. We've got
Oh.
team issue underpants.
You only get one pair of those, don't you?
No,
Are you going to wash them?
them?
Wash them every day.
I've got about 6 of them.
Oh, you've had to think about that, didn't you?
You're not just saying that, are you?
No.
Had to think about it.
I can,
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Suze, just make sure you clean them every day.
yeah, I would never.
Okay?
I am a clean.
I'd rather
clean
you wear
person.
no underpants than come in with
I'm
underpants
a
that are
super
like 4 or
clean-
5 days old. Like,
yeah.
please.
Of course I would
It's-
clean them.
Okay.
They dry in about 1 second. They're so thin. They're jockey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
They are
you've had them a
very
while too.
Only 3 years.
Oh. Is that all you've had them? You've worn them a lot in the last 3 years. Like we see the, we've
Did
seen
you get them
them
in Tokyo?
We've seen
Your
them.
team issue in Tokyo.
Oh, okay. I figured they must have
They're not
been
from
like from Barcelona.
Oh God,
Yeah,
no.
I thought that must be
Back
standard
in the
issue
day.
from Barcelona back in the day.
I've still got my.
Everyone wore the granny undies.
I've still got my socks from Sydney in plastic containers, plastic bags.
Have you?
They're coming back in fashion. They're the mid calf ones.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
talking
they
about
Cruise.
are. Well, we spoke about socks last week.
Mm.
I mean, all of a sudden you can't wear short socks anymore.
No, ankle socks. You can't wear ankle socks.
Yeah, ankle socks. That's what I did. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, let's
We
get,
digress.
let's get down to business. Thank you for bringing us up to date on your underpants situation and a little tease that Sue's going to be wearing the cotton undies all week. The what are they? The wattles. The wattles.
I don't think they're cotton because they're more
Oh, I don't know. It looks like.
polyester-y.
Is it? Okay.
I know. I'm exactly that face you made.
Yeah.
Buzz, I agree.
on, Buzz.
I totally agree.
Oh, Buzz is getting excited.
No,
Look
he's
at that.
not. He's getting disgusted.
Oh, that is disgusting, Buzz. Please, come on. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What type of animal is a mullet?
Fish.
In Greek mythology, who flew too close to the sun?
Apollo.
How many colours are there in a rainbow?
7.
What is the Australian national anthem?
Advance Australia Fair.
Spell separate.
SEPERATE.
Stop the clock.
Separate or separate?
You gotta keep them separated. Yeah, I'll take one Tuco, thank you.
One Tuco.
Tight. What type of animal is a mullet? You both said fish. That is correct.
Boom.
1-1. In Greek mythology, who flew too close to the sun? Grant said, I don't know. Sue said...
Apollo.
Icarus.
Oh, Icarus, of course.
Icarus.
His wings melted off.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nick?
I look to Nick every time.
That the story of Icarus? 1-1. Question number 3. How many colours are there in a rainbow? You both said 7. That is correct. It's 2-2. Spell separate. You both said SEPERATE. That is wrong. SEPARATE.
Gotta keep them separated.
Yeah. Good get, Buzz.
Gotta keep them separated.
So it all comes down to this. The Australian national anthem. Grant said, I don't know. Suze went, it's Advance Australia Fair. You've been hearing it all over the weekend, mate. We've won 4 gold medals.
I know.
You're right.
Terrible.
I get emotional
You get
when I'm
really
talking about the gold
choked
medals.
up, don't you?
Jess Fox did it to me this morning. Suze wins 3-2.
He probably thought it was a trick question because I thought it was a trick question, Grant, because it was so easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know. It was so easy, and I thought about it as soon as I said, don't know.
Yeah.
Do you reckon your
Yeah,
wife,
anyway.
do you reckon she'll, give it to you? Because
Yeah, probably.
You lost, and his wife
100%
won.
she will.
Suze, his wife won against you, and he lost, and I reckon that she'll give it to him.
Yeah,
Well, I reckon
probably.
she won't give it to him.
Is her name
of that.
Susan?
Her name's Susan too. Yeah.
What do you call her? I don't know what.
Suze.
Yeah, Suze. Okay, good.
Does she wear
Yeah.
the cotton on? No, it doesn't matter.
Don't.
All right. See you tomorrow. Oh, no, the game.
Hog's Breath Cafe, $100 voucher coming
Nice.
your way, old son. Congratulations. Go
Oh, that sounds
the
good.
slow cooked avocado prime, something or other.
Nice.
It's delicious.
What a great sell for
Delicious,
Hog's Breath.
mate.
They'll love that.
Thanks.
They would love that. Righto, guys, that's all I got time for.
Bitch better have my money.
Yeah.
Bitch better have my money. Pay me what you want it.
He's a debt collector, Suze.
Bitch better have my money.
Here's his ringtone.
Bitch better have my money.
We got to install microwave ovens,
Last one.
custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Listen here.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.